France is a country that has long captivated the imagination of people around the world. Its reputation for art, cuisine, fashion, and history draws millions every year. But beyond the iconic landmarks and cultural achievements lies a complex and diverse population that tells the story of centuries of migration, colonization, and cultural exchange. From the heart of Paris to the sun-soaked coasts of the Mediterranean, France is a mosaic of ethnicities, traditions, and regional identities. Understanding the country's major groups is not just a study in demographics but a journey through the forces that have shaped modern France and continue to influence its society, economy, and even its real estate market. At the center of this mosaic is the French population itself, a group whose identity is rooted in a long and often tumultuous history. The French people are descendants of Celtic Gauls, Romans, and various Germanic tribes that settled across the territory over the centuries. The collapse of the Roman Empire paved the way for the Frankish kingdom, which consolidated power and laid the foundations for modern France. Over the subsequent centuries, the nation's culture, language, and social structures evolved under the influence of the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and the seismic changes brought about by the French Revolution. Today, French identity emphasizes values like liberty, equality, and secularism, but it is also a living mosaic, shaped by centuries of internal migration and external influences. The allure of France has always been strong for newcomers. For centuries, the country's educational institutions, employment opportunities, and cultural vibrancy have drawn people from across Europe and beyond. In modern times, this migration has become more diverse. Professionals, students, and families are attracted not only to Paris, with its world-class universities, global business hubs, and cultural landmarks, but also to cities like Lyon, Bordeaux, and Toulouse, which offer a more affordable and family-friendly environment. In 2025, the average house price across France stands at around $3,170 USD per square meter, but these numbers fluctuate widely depending on location. In Paris, the epicenter of business, culture, and tourism, prices soar to around $10,300 USD per square meter, reflecting the city's global prestige. Yet, even here, people from all over the world continue to relocate, driven by the promise of opportunity and the magnetic pull of French culture. North African and Arab communities have played a major role in shaping France's contemporary demographic landscape. The migration of people from Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia began in the 19th century, initially tied to France's colonial endeavors in North Africa. This flow increased dramatically after World War II, as France faced labor shortages and actively encouraged migration from its former colonies. Families from North Africa moved to urban centers like Lyon, Marseille, and Paris, seeking work in construction, manufacturing, and services. These communities have brought with them a wealth of cultural traditions that continue to enrich French society. From culinary innovations like couscous and tagines to the vibrant music and art scenes in Marseille and Paris, North African and Arab communities have embedded themselves deeply into the national fabric. Yet, the integration of these communities has not always been seamless. Issues of economic disparity, employment access, and social discrimination remain present, particularly in urban peripheries. Despite these challenges, the attraction of France remains strong. Educational opportunities, access to healthcare, and the potential for social mobility draw families and individuals willing to overcome the barriers of relocation. In 2025, Marseille, which has one of the highest concentrations of North African communities, offers an average house price of approximately $3,600 to $3,800 United States dollars per square meter. Compared to Paris, this provides a relatively accessible entry point for homebuyers and represents a balance between cultural vibrancy and affordability. Sub-Saharan African communities have also made significant contributions to France, particularly from countries like Senegal, Mali, and Ivory Coast. Migration from these regions picked up during the mid-20th century, often as a result of France's colonial ties. Many of these migrants settled in urban centers, contributing to the labor force while also establishing strong cultural communities. Cities like Toulouse, Paris, and Lille have become hubs where sub-Saharan African traditions are preserved and celebrated, ranging from music and dance to art and cuisine. The influence of these communities can be felt in the increasing popularity of African-inspired cultural festivals, restaurants, and markets throughout France. At the same time, the communities face challenges, including barriers to employment and housing, which often result in dense urban neighborhoods with limited resources. However, France's social welfare system and educational opportunities continue to attract migrants seeking a better life and greater stability. In Toulouse, a city increasingly recognized for its technology sector and vibrant academic environment, the average house price in 2025 is approximately $4,300 USD per square meter. The city's combination of cultural diversity, economic opportunity, and moderately affordable housing makes it particularly appealing to young professionals, students, and families looking to establish themselves in a thriving urban environment. This pattern is mirrored across other cities where sub-Saharan communities have settled, where cultural enrichment and economic opportunity coexist with the realities of housing demand and social integration. Regional identities within France also play a significant role in defining the nation's cultural diversity. Communities such as the Bretons and Catalans maintain distinct languages, traditions, and customs that have been preserved over centuries. The Bretons, originating from Celtic settlers, inhabit the northwest region of Brittany and have retained a strong sense of cultural heritage through language, music, and folklore. Meanwhile, the Catalans, concentrated in the Pyrenees Orientales region bordering Spain, maintain their own language and traditions, reflecting historical ties to the broader Catalan cultural sphere. These regional identities not only enrich France's cultural landscape but also contribute to local pride and tourism, attracting visitors interested in authentic experiences. Housing markets in these regions reflect both their cultural appeal and economic conditions. In Nantes, which serves as a gateway to Brittany and has a rich cultural scene, the average house price in 2025 is approximately $4,500 USD per square meter for houses and $3,800 USD per square meter for apartments. These prices reflect the balance between cultural heritage, quality of life, and economic opportunity, making cities like Nantes attractive to both locals and newcomers seeking vibrant communities with historical depth. Smaller towns and coastal regions often provide more affordable options, allowing families and individuals to enjoy rich cultural surroundings without the high costs associated with metropolitan centers. The broader real estate market in France in 2025 exhibits a dynamic and uneven landscape, reflecting regional disparities, cultural hubs, and economic trends. Paris remains the most expensive market, with an average price of around $10,300 USD per square meter. The city's global status, cultural prominence, and economic centrality make it a magnet for investors, expatriates, and professionals, driving high demand and high prices. Bordeaux, with its emerging wine industry and growing appeal as a cultural center, averages about $5,000 USD per square meter, offering both investment opportunities and residential appeal. Lyon, a hub for finance, technology, and gastronomy, maintains average house prices around $5,000 USD per square meter, with expectations for gradual growth as urban development projects continue to enhance the city's infrastructure and quality of life. Marseille, reflecting its Mediterranean charm and dynamic urban renewal projects, has experienced a 4.2% increase in property prices, ranging from approximately $3,600 to $3,800 USD per square meter. Toulouse, with its growing tech sector and student population, averages around $4,300 United States dollars per square meter, balancing affordability with access to economic opportunities. Coastal cities like Nice command higher prices, approximately $6,800 USD per square meter, driven by their scenic value, tourism, and lifestyle appeal.
Nantes and Lille, by contrast, offer more moderate prices around $3,800 USD per square meter, providing accessibility for middle-income families and professionals. Each city reflects a unique combination of cultural vibrancy, economic opportunity, and real estate dynamics, illustrating the diversity not just of France's people but also of its living environments. Beyond the numbers, the story of France's ethnic groups is a story of movement, resilience, and adaptation. French society is a living narrative of centuries of migration, from internal shifts within rural regions to international flows from Europe, North Africa, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Each wave of migration has added layers to the social, cultural, and economic tapestry of the nation. People are drawn by opportunities for education, employment, cultural participation, and quality of life. They are motivated by aspirations of upward mobility, security, and community, shaping the cities and neighborhoods they settle in. Whether in the heart of Paris, the streets of Marseille, the technology corridors of Toulouse, or the coastal towns of Brittany, the presence of diverse ethnic communities is tangible and influential, contributing to the vibrancy of French culture and society. The interplay between culture and real estate is equally fascinating. Housing prices reflect not only economic demand but also social desirability, cultural amenities, and quality of life. Areas with vibrant ethnic communities, strong educational institutions, and cultural attractions tend to command higher property prices, while more suburban or rural regions may offer more affordable housing but less immediate access to employment and cultural centers. For newcomers, understanding these dynamics is critical, as housing decisions are often deeply intertwined with employment prospects, community networks, and cultural fit. The evolving real estate landscape is both a reflection and a driver of France's demographic and cultural patterns. In essence, France in 2025 is a nation of contrasts and convergence. Its major ethnic groups, from the indigenous French population to North African, Arab, Sub-Saharan African, Breton, and Catalan communities, interact and coexist, shaping the cultural, economic, and social character of the country. These groups have arrived through historical migrations, colonial legacies, and modern economic movements, each leaving an indelible mark on the places they inhabit. From the bustling streets of Paris to the serene landscapes of Brittany, from Marseille's diverse neighborhoods to Toulouse's innovation hubs, the country offers a rich tapestry of human experience. Housing prices, ranging from approximately $3,170 USD per square meter nationally to upwards of $10,300 USD per square meter in Paris, underscore both the opportunities and challenges of living in France, reflecting the intersections of culture, economy, and geography. France's appeal endures because of its capacity to integrate diversity while preserving tradition. The coexistence of long-established communities with newcomers brings vitality to cities, enriches the national culture, and fosters economic growth. The housing market mirrors these dynamics, with property values serving as markers of cultural desirability, economic opportunity, and social integration. As the country continues to evolve, its ethnic groups and real estate trends will remain intertwined, reflecting broader shifts in society, economy, and global migration patterns. France stands as a testament to how history, culture, and human movement combine to shape a nation, offering a living example of diversity, resilience, and opportunity. Ultimately, France's major ethnic groups are more than demographics. They are living stories of movement, survival, adaptation, and contribution. Each group, whether indigenous French, North African, Sub-Saharan African, Breton, or Catalan, adds a chapter to the ongoing narrative of the nation. Their presence affects everything from cuisine, music, and festivals to urban development, housing markets, and social dynamics. In 2025, the combination of cultural richness and economic opportunity continues to draw people to France, ensuring that its cities and regions remain vibrant, diverse, and full of life. For anyone considering relocation, investment, or cultural exploration,
Understanding these dynamics provides critical insight into the heart of French society. The nation's past and present converge in its neighborhoods, schools, marketplaces, and homes, making France a living, breathing tapestry of human history and aspiration, where diversity and opportunity coexist in remarkable balance.